Alright, so I got some flat stock to make a mount for the intercooler. So I'm gonna make like a C bracket basically that will bolt to the top of the intercooler like that. Hold on. I'm trying to give you. So it'll bolt like that, and then that will bolt to the top of the bumper at the back. So I just cut out these areas so that I know where on the styrofoam, so I know that where the mounts are going to be. I'm going to take the bumper off and trim that edge, and then we'll drill a hole and bolt it down, and then intercooler will sit there. So went to the store and got some more parts like silicone reducers, 2" to 2.5. We got some U-bends, so to make the intercooler piping. So once I get the intercooler mounted, it should be fairly straightforward to getting the rest sorted out. Also got the tires mounted on the rims. That's gonna be cool. And we did some trimming on the bumper for the intercooler. I might have to take this skin off a few times just to make sure once the piping's in there we might have to trim some areas like inside here or whatever, just so that the piping can sit nicely. So we're gonna do 2". I wanted to do 2.5, but for the sake of just getting this car out of the garage and simplifying space, once I build this setup, I'll have an idea of how much space there is and get the car done. And I don't think there's any huge benefits to running 2.5" piping right now, because it's still running the stock intake manifold. Future plans, and the chip tube. So assuming everything goes well, and depending on how it drives and how it feels and all that kind of stuff, future plans could be that I'll run a short runner, like larger plenum intake manifold, and I have a drive-by-wire VR6 throttle body that I could put on a custom manifold. So bigger throttle body, bigger plenum, shorter runners, and then we can kind of maximize the setup. The thing is that if I do that, like, there's no point really in doing all that unless I go to like a standalone, like Mega Squirt or whatever, which in the future I would like to do, because I have standalone on that and I do like it, but one thing at a time. And I don't mind doing a progressive build, see what it's like, show you guys what it's like, and then down the road we can see what we can improve, because we're limited to injector size because of the tune that we have. So if we go standalone, then we can go step up an injector to like 630cc. This is going to be these are 440, so we can go to 630cc. But if I do that, I think that I would want the bottom end, because once you're passing 300 horsepower, so I would want to do like rods and pistons and whatever. So that's down the road. And I think too, it's like I want to do direct port, water meth and that, and I probably, if I was to do standalone, I would do the same thing on this and have a couple different map setups so that I can run high boost and And I could also run low boost and lower octane for just, you know, let's say I'm doing a long drive and I want to burn more expensive fuel, then I can burn cheaper fuel, right? So that's sort of like the plans. That's obviously down the road, but I just wanted to explain why 2-inch for now.
Oh, this? That's my credo. No regret.
And get it done. Then we'll improve things as we go. So let's get this intercooler. Let's make the mounts. And yeah, so we're just gonna cut a small piece, measure the length, cut another piece, turn this 90 degrees, weld that, cut another small piece like that size, weld that to make it look a little C, and then we can bolt it down. And then once we do that, man, it's go time. Cool? Let's do this. I cut these little tabs right here, right there, because the bumper has like this little lip, so when it comes up, the bracket will sit flush with that. Cool. So I made a little bracket there. I still have to drill through and into the bumper. Not a big deal. I might even just drill a hole right through the rad support, so then that way I can drill in straight to the same spot and just have it there. So that one looks like it's threaded into the top of the intercooler, and I'll show you the bracket afterwards. So now I measured this side, so let's come over here. And I measured 3.5, and I'm making 1 1/4 inch tabs, and then I'm making a 3.5 inch long piece and 1 1/4 inch tabs times 2. So let's see here. Okay, so 1 1/4. Now we will measure 1 1/4 again, because I'm gonna make 2 cuts right away, and then I'll measure 3.5 from there. 1 1/4. I'm gonna put that right. Okay. Right there. Tabs are cut. I'm gonna get the grinding wheel, grind off these stupid tabs, or these little extra Now we'll drill a hole in one and see how it goes. Not the most precise way to do this, but that'll do. Let's tack this together and turn that on. Stupid phone. Okay, let's try this again. Sans telephone calls. So nice and professional. Tack her up. So, ugly tax. Yeah, buddy. Let's give her a test run. Okay, so you see the bracket that I made there, doing the same thing. We're just gonna measure to make sure that this has the right length, and then I'll make another. So I called them a C bracket because I thought, oh, that's the clearance that I had, but it's actually going to be sort of like a Z or S bracket, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so made a bracket, gave it a little bit of anti-rust paint, so nice and ugly as per usual. I don't really care because this is gonna be not seen, and it's just for me. Well, whatever, I'm not gonna make excuses. It's just ugly, it's just what I know how to do. So it is what it is. I'm getting it done though. So that's all I care about. Give this an ugga-dugga. Cool. That one's installed. Super ugly. Like I didn't even grind anything down. I just chucked on a bunch of weld. You know what I mean? As you can see. So GE. You know what that means? Good enough. Alright. Couple of ugga-duggas. Installed.